tie.
Is that I did not foresee this going. Okay, so that's insane.
That whole exchange just kind of broke my confidence.
I mean, you dodged not a bullet, but a nuclear first strike, I think.
Has this all been in the same zip code, or are you moving around?
Moving around, because I'm from California, so this is partially in California, partially I went to school in Washington State.
Got it.
So.
Do you think there's a commonality between these occurrences? That makes.
I don't know. I was trying to analyze it to figure out, because I'm
Girl,
like,
me
it's
too.
not. I'm not going. I'm not going after the same type of guy. It's like totally different types that just all.
Maybe dating is just cooked and not worth pursuing. Maybe the right person will come to you.
No, I disagree on that. I think
you're not a girl in this day and age.
I was gonna go in the exact opposite direction. I think you're not like you haven't.
You're not trying hard enough.
No, not that she's not trying hard enough, but like you just haven't swung enough
times. I think sometimes it's different for women.
Okay.
I do think there is a fundamental difference between playing the numbers game as a woman versus playing the numbers game as a man. Because I do think there are lots of, this is a little bit anecdotal, okay? This is admittedly anecdotal. This doesn't apply to you. You can jerk yourself off. I do think that if you've gotten like 70 matches, or you've tried to ask out 100 people and it hasn't panned out as a man, it's like, honestly, just keep batting, dude. Just keep batting. It's a numbers game. Eventually, you'll run into someone who's like, you know what? Fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Whereas I do think it is a little bit of an anomaly that you've asked out 70 people and they've all said no, which means there has to be something more fundamental. That it's at that point, it's not a numbers game. At that point, there's something fundamental that's happening in these interactions that needs to be fixed. Probably. Do
you have a type?
Ooh.
Not really. I mean, like intellectually more. So though I love I guess the one type is I like hair, like good hair. I don't know if that's a type thing, but
that's cute.
She said 83, keeping a tally feels like kind of a red flag. No, I know this person. Like, not personally, but I know this person, this type of person, this archetype of person. This is like, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of a man moment. What I'm going to say. And this might offend some of you, and I apologize if it does. But some women are just so nerdy and dorky, and the way that she speaks rubs me as someone who's very nerdy and dorky. And I think there's a lot of dudes that are like, in their head, they're like, well, if this person ever asked me out, I would say yes immediately. So therefore, there's no way that they've ever had anyone say no. But you have to understand, just a lot of people, they see someone like that and they don't find them attractive. Or like, you just don't notice them. Like, unfortunately, it takes like a specific type of person to enjoy nerd appeal. That's what I will tell you. That is what I will say. And a lot of people disagree, and a lot of people cope and seethe on this one. But that's not. It's not the case sometimes. It's not the case. Especially when you're in normie circles. In normie circles, you being a nerdy person is not necessarily a benefit. Yeah, when she said stratification, I was like, you have to like find a way to make the nerdiness work in your favor instead of against you. Denims, what are you saying? This is my read. To normies, being kind of nerdy is very bad. It's like very bad. Unless you can, again, take your nerdiness and make it into like manic pixie vibes or whatever. Yeah. There's like, every once in a while, this like reply of mine, some people start liking it. I'll show you guys. This post from Twitter user Sarah Knight says, next time someone says I talk about video games for attention, I'm just going to show them this picture of a science fair project I did my first year of high school that completely ostracized me from 99% of the student body population. And it's a science fair project that says how video games affect the human brain. And it's got like Animal Crossing and Zelda and Kirby and a bunch of like data on these things. And I replied to this, and every once in a while I'll get some replies, and I remember that I tweeted this out. And the replies to this tweet are like people that don't believe me. And I said, I always laugh when people claim that e-girls play games for attention. My brother in Christ, you just didn't like us when we were losers. I would come home from school, play Vindictus for 12 hours straight every day with my Skype friends on my shitty laptop with 1,000 ping because I loved it so much. And there are people in this reply that are like, I don't believe it. You probably were trying to go for douchebags. It's like, first of all, what type of gamer What type of gamer girl, loser nerd would ever want to go for a jock? Like, use your brain for 1 second. This doesn't even make any sense. What you're saying doesn't even make any sense. It literally doesn't even make any sense. Okay? Second, no, we were just like invisible. We were just like totally, completely invisible. Like you just didn't, it's like you know how when you visualize, like, did you guys take pictures like in public school where it's like the first grade class, second grade class, third grade class? You know what I'm talking about? You ever look at one of those old photos and you're like, who the fuck are these people? I don't even remember some of these people. I was one of those people, and a lot of other people were like those people. Now, I had other problems. Like, I didn't shower very much. I was too busy gaming, okay? All right, I didn't shower very much. I had really bad acne just all over. I was really, like, socially awkward. Like, I didn't learn how to talk to people in a way that was normal, okay? My hair always looked like a mess. Like, it always looked really bad. Had my, like, unibrow growing in. Had a nice, thick, juicy mustache growing in. Like, it was brutal. It was a brutal time for me. Growing up. It was not good. It was not good. I used to wear the same, I was actually, oh my God, I've always been same shirt, Andy. I used to wear the same stupid fucking cardigan to school every single day. All right. Like it was not good for me. It was not good. Like it was not a good, like I was either invisible or I was bullied. So people either didn't notice me. Like, and I'm not joking. You're like, no, that's not true. It's like, I would make eye contact with someone for 1 second and they'd be like, and they would just like walk away. It's like, oh, okay. Sorry for existing near you, okay? And that was everyone, except for like the few other nerdy girls that I made friends with. So I'm just saying, like, it was brutal. Like, it was brutal. You had a mustache? Yes, I'm Arab. You think you get like hair this thick without getting, why does it kind of look like a bald spot for a second there? You think you get this hair without getting hair everywhere else? It was brutal. It was not good. It was hard. It was a hard knock life for me. All right? It was brutal. Anyways, there wasn't it wasn't like, but people just like don't remember these people. Like that's why when you look at your old fucking school photographs, you're like, I don't even remember most of these kids. Like who the fuck are these people? I was one of the side characters in the universe. Okay. I was one of the side characters that nobody gives a shit about. No one remembers. It's like, how long has this person been in this show? That was me. That was me. That was me. And like these people are real. It's like, I think a lot of people just have, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine like, what? No way. That's not possible. I'm sure there were lots of people, but it's like, you just don't get noticed. You just don't get noticed. And with normies, it's just impossible. Like I know that maybe this is not so much the case now, but, telling people you played video games was like the biggest way to become the biggest loser. And it wasn't even close. Like it wasn't close at all. Like that was the biggest way to look like the biggest loser. Or anime, yeah. It was brutal. It was brutal. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So it was a very weird transition because I went from never telling anyone that I played video games because I was so embarrassed about playing video games. And then there was like a shift where a lot more people started playing video games and then I felt comfortable saying it. And then it became like kind of in to say it. And then as you enter more and more nerd circles, it's like cool. But when you're around normies and you say you play video games, you still can experience this. Go and talk to your fucking coworkers about video games. You just get like blank stares. And it's like, do you do anything else? I mean, yeah, sometimes, I guess. Like they literally don't understand the appeal. They just think it's kind of loser shit. So like this is really like a market segment problem and like a presentation problem. This specific caller used to get bullied for playing video games. Now you get bullied for the types of games you play. Exactly. They'll laugh at you if you say video games are art. So that's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all I want to say on that topic.
Okay. So no baldies.
No.
Okay. That's fine. What about height?
Just taller than me, I guess, which is easy.
How tall are you?
Like 5'5".
Okay, so pretty achievable.
Yeah, that's not okay. So you're.
I think I have a good idea. Okay,
here we go.
What's your age range? No, like how oldish are you? If you're comfortable.
I am 27.
27. Okay, ladies in their mid-ish 20s in the chat right now. Do you guys feel like dating is cooked?
I mean, they're on a Twitch chat, so they're gonna say.
That's kind of. But
It's 100 million. Yes. It's
Okay.
flying across the chat.
Someone saying yes,
I do feel
no
like
white
the
men.
dating market right now is a little bit complicated. So how about for you guys, if there are any of you in a relationship, what have you found works well for you? Because I'm not going to lie, the stories I hear from my friends also, I feel like the market's not hot right now. And unfortunately, like it's really scary with strangers.
Not a buyer's market.
Exactly. Be funny, meet someone you love, let it just happen.
Have you thought about dating women?
No, I don't have any attraction there.
Yeah, not for you.
Okay. All right.
I will
Fair
say, I don't want you to stress about it too much. I think
Yeah,
sometimes,
you're quite young.
yeah, love is one of those things that the more you chase after it, one, people can kind of tell.
And have
And
you
they're
ever-
not really attracted. Sorry to interrupt.
I interrupted you. It's my bad.
Sometimes they
This is like, okay, can I say neurotypical moment really quickly? There is in our brains, because we're, social creatures that have been socially curated to engage in this specific social world, that we can feel desperation. And even the least, I feel like, socially adept person can still feel desperation. And that's why one of the best pieces of advice you can give anyone is like, just when you go on dates, see what the other person, see it. Your goal shouldn't be convincing them to date you. Your goal should be seeing if that person is right for you. And if you change that mentality, just like that one little bit, just like change your mindset on that just a little bit. Just change the mindset from, oh, I really want to go on a date. Oh, I really want to match with people. Oh, I really want to, oh, I want these people to be right for me. You just come off different. You come off completely different. And you're like, when someone comes off that desperate, the problem is in your brain, what you're thinking is, so what's wrong with you? Wait, so what's wrong with you? Versus, oh, you seem cool. And that's like the thing that I think puts a lot of people off. And it feels unfair, but that's just like life. And you would do it to you already do it to other people.
don't really like that kind of energy. So sometimes it's better to just take it easy. If I were you, I would do more data analysis and either swing more times or spend 2-3 months not swinging at all and see what you learn. Because that's kind of just life. Yeah, you take data, you optimize, and hopefully you'll come across that right person or figure out how to better come across them.
I mean, all it takes is
if you think about it, like when a salesman comes off really desperate, you instantly think, okay, so what's the catch? It's like, well, why are you trying to sell me this? What's wrong with this product? It's supposed to be so good, but like.
So I say keep swinging.
Unless you're polyamorous, which is also cool.
Do you, have you ever been asked out?
No.
Got it.
Never.
Oh, that's a good question.
Have you ever had a close friend where you're like, I think there's a vibe there, and then you ask them out and it turns out there's not a vibe?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then also that's also kind of the situation currently too, because I reconnected with people from my past. And that's also kind of why I'm looking for advice to be like, do I even try to shoot
You can always
my shot?
try.
When you go out, do you go out with your friends or do you go out by yourself?
Most of the time myself, because my friends aren't local at the moment.
Okay. So you're going out by
yeah.
yourself.
You're super brave. You're a real courageous person.
Yeah, you're already nailing like the advice that I would give to most people, which is like
Put yourself out
put
there.
yourself out there and talk to as many people as possible. But I also don't think you should just be pursuing people as though you want to date them and just go out there like you're looking for friends. You know what I mean? Because you already have that social courage. And now I think that is the most difficult hurdle to clear for many people. Like the fact that you're doing it on your own is admirable. So when in your shoes, if I was going out, I would be not necessarily be so data focused and also so focused on like achieving a target or something, but just casually going through the motions of being social, and then see where that takes you. Maybe you develop some friends in the local area that you're in, and then you go out with them, and then you end up maybe through that extended friendship circle, you find some new people. You never really know. It's a very chaotic environment out there, but I think that your approach so far, if I were to make an assessment off of the limited information that I have, is a little bit too data driven.
Okay.
It's almost too like mathematical, too calculated. I would just, because that's just not how this stuff works.
Have you thought about trying like a good luck Chuck sort of scenario where you have a friend who does some sort of spell or something and then you meet the love of your life after that?
Go see a witch.
It works super well for like Katherine Heigl in movies.
Oh, that's a movie.
Are you big like, do you have a bunch of hobbies?
Aww.
You go out and do, like, go to an arcade or go play bowling or something?
Yeah, I go to conventions a lot.
Like anime?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's cosplay, so I have a lot of friends and conventions that I go to. So
Nice. I mean, it sounds like
have
your
you
life.
approached men? Sorry to cut you off.
No,
Have
it's
you
all
approached
good.
men at those situations?
You can bet so.
yes and no, but most of the time I don't because I usually cosplay men.
That's so cool.
So
So I guess I could.
I mean, if you hit it
Yeah.
off with anybody, try it out.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. And it
That's
sounds like
some
you're-
Chad shit. Cosplaying as a dude and then walking up to dudes and hitting on them is some Chad ass shit. Is this Denims? This might just be me. This is just actually me, chat.
your life is pretty. You have a pretty rich life aside from this unfortunate growing roster of rejections. So,
The void of loneliness.
yeah, but otherwise, I feel like you got passion and enthusiasm. And do you have a job you like or a job that you feel well compensated for?
let me guess. Actuarial sciences.
No.
Okay, you're not a quant.
No.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm unfortunately an administrative assistant.
Okay,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Low
bad.
level.
yeah.
Nothing.
I do want to add, you sound like such a sweet,
Yeah.
lovely gal. You really, really do. Not
you.
that, I don't know
Good luck.
if I should say this or how, it really is like a good luck mark. So
Yeah,
I would wonder like if you ever get close to someone who's actually kind and maybe tells you if there's a reason for the ghosting or for the whatever in a way that isn't rude or like that other guy. What he said was just weird.
I mean, he's
But I
just
think
racist. Like
sometimes-
that long-term friend you had is
yeah,
a
yeah.
racist
He was very weird.
fetishizer.
I think sometimes like nice people in our lives can tell us like, oh, maybe you come off a little intimidating or this or that. I just feel like your personality seems too lovely. Like there must be maybe something else. Not that it's your fault, but maybe something that guys are picking up that you don't know and maybe a friend could tell you. But either way, it's never a bad call to not focus too much on that.
Yeah, I say keep swinging. Someone in the chat said next rejection. Ask them why. No, we're moving away from data and further in the
I don't
direction.
know.
I think
know,
more.
actually-
I think more. I think more.
I actually considered making a Google form to like send out.
Oh my god.
That's,
You should
that's
do that.
very sweet.
Okay, okay.
text?
No, that's not sweet. Don't
Are
encourage
you
her.
neurodivergent perchance? Not that obvious.
I'm gonna say something, okay? It's like this is actually me. This is actually just me. I'm gonna say there are a lot of like neurotypical people, and there's also a lot of like just like normies, okay? Just total normies who when they see this, they're like, this is like such a massive turnoff for them. And it's like, it's fine. It's like you can be attracted to any type of person you want to be attracted to. Like you're allowed to have personality preferences, right? Like I know for myself, this is the most depressing thing I will admit. I have to date someone who plays games. I can't be with someone who doesn't play video games. I thought eventually I would like grow out of playing video games, and it kind of never happened. Because it happened with lots of other things, and I'm just like waiting. I'm like, any day now. And it hasn't happened. And I've tried dating someone who doesn't play video games, and it was just like a terrible idea. It was so bad. It was a terrible idea. It was like, there was at least one conversation that was like, well, why, you're still playing games? It's like, yeah, it's only been 2 hours. I mean, what do you mean? I haven't even gotten to the good part yet. What do you, I just barely started getting into it, you know? I'm just warming up, man. Shit. It just doesn't, it can't work. It can't work. If someone's never experienced the joy of like a 12-hour gaming session, do you have a preference for game genre? As long as you don't play sport games. We will never get along if you play sport games. Exclusively. If you play, if all you've ever played in your life is like FIFA and COD, we can't get along. We can't. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. I'm sorry. I feel like a piece of shit to say it. All games are valid and everything like that. But if you only play those two types of games, those are the only green flag games. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. What about War Thunder? War Thunder's, but that's my point. It has to be like, so I'm not deep into War Thunder or War Thunder lore at all. It's been something that I'm like, one day I'll get into it. But I know for a fact that like, if you don't have like a hyperfixation, like a game hyperfixation, where you just like dump an obscene amount of time into something that brings you that much joy, it's like, you're not going to understand why I do it. You're just not going to understand it. You know, it's just not going to hit. It's not going to click for you. It's just not. What about Magic players? Oh, sorry. On principle, I can't ever date anyone who plays or is addicted to card games. I saw that shit a mile away. I was like, no. I was like, I had a little bit of fun playing Magic many years ago. And I was like, this seems like a bad idea. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. You play Hearthstone, you play Magic. It's like, God forbid you buy cards. That's just, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough for that. I'm not. That like doesn't, there's a lot of things that are not working there for me. Okay. There's a lot of things. Denims ick? No, it's that I am a little insane and having stuff drives me crazy. The idea of one, being with someone who's a gambler, effectively, you're buying fucking cards. Okay, that's gambling. Two, it's a collector hobby. It's so Jover. It's Jover. Unless you have like a very healthy relationship with it. If you've been, fucking playing Magic your whole life and you've been playing Magic for like a decade and you've only spent like $500, it's like, okay, you have a healthy relationship with this. Okay, that's fine. How do you square this away with the fact that you play League? I've never spent a penny on League. And I think I only have like maybe max like 200 hours in League. Maybe. Which compared to other games, 200 is like nothing. Never? No, never. I've never spent any money on League. Ever. Cope. What, I don't understand what I'm coping about. What exactly am I supposed to be coping about here? I have a healthy relationship with crack. What color flag is D&D in your eyes? Oh, that's like a solid green flag. Being into D&D is a solid, because D&D is a group activity. You can't play D&D by yourself unless you've managed to play with like fucking ChatGPT. I don't fucking know. But the fact that you've been able to keep other people's company for any period of time means you're not totally insane. You're sociable enough that you've managed to keep some number of people around you for some period of time. Because like bad players just get killed off by the GM. Like annoying players, like murder hobos when you're not doing a murder hobo run. Like they just, the GM just is like, okay, you just died. Get the fuck out of the room. Or like if you're constantly starting problems with other players all the time, eventually you're just like going to get kicked out of those groups over and over and over again, right? So you have to have like some social characteristics to you to maintain a D&D party for any period of time, for more than like a couple months. So, yeah, I think D&D is a green flag. D&D, I think that's a green flag in my opinion. In my opinion. What about someone who only plays single player RPGs? That's fine. That's fine. It's the Baldur's Gate 3 OnlyFans you can't trust. Astarion sucks. I said it. Spitting straight facts, unfortunately. Do you know how upset I was where I was like, oh, I can't wait to romance Astarion? I was like, I don't really like this guy. I always like the vampire characters. And I was like, I don't really like this one. This one, like, I like him as a character. I just don't want to romance him. Again, I think he's a great addition and he's got so much personality, but I'm like, I would definitely not want to romance you. Oh my God. He's been hurt. Yeah, guess what? So is everybody else in that universe. All right. Who did you romance? Well, I did a group playthrough and I didn't actually ever get to romance anyone. Because when you do a group playthrough, you don't get enough. If you don't start enough dialogues, you don't ever get to romance anyone. So yeah, I never got enough points. I got like some of the events, but I never finished the events. I do think like, why are we talking about Baldur's Gate? Okay, get back on topic. I do think Lae'zel is like, unfortunately, Lae'zel is best girl. I hate to say it. I like Shadowheart's character growth and her character arc, but sorry, Lae'zel's just too good. Oh, she's just too good. It just scratches the itch, dude. It's just, oh man. This is Karlak slander. Karlak is just a little bland for me. I wanted a little spice, you know? I wanted a little spice. Just something. It's the same reason Will as a character sucks. It's like, you are the most boring character in this universe. Oh my God. I'm always good. And that is what I stand for, being good all the time. It's like, boring. Hello? Come on. Make some bad decisions once in a while. And before anyone says, well, he literally like sacrificed himself and that's why no, that was a good decision. That was an inherently good decision because he did it for other people. Okay. So anyways, spoilers, Denim, for the game that's been out for 4 years. Well, actually, I don't know how long it's been out. 2 years? Okay. Minthara is like, she just doesn't have enough character. Okay. Whoa. Enough. Back to the topic at hand. Yeah. It's just, when you talk to normies about this shit, they're not entertained. They think you're a loser when you talk about this shit. Because they have no way of contributing. It's like me talking to someone about sports. It's like I just don't know anything about sports. So when you're talking, I'm just sitting there like, okay. It's just boring, right? And I will say also as someone who's a little type A, it's very easy, I think, to get on other people's nerves very, very quickly. You're also, I think this is the saddest part about being a little bit kind of like nerdy as a woman or as someone who presents femme, at least. You're seen as kind of boring to normies. So there's a lot of like, for lack of better words, there's a lot of sex appeal that's lost, I think, for a lot of people, which sucks, but it's just reality. In the same way that I'm not obligated to like fall in love with a jock who wants to date me, no one else is obligated to fall in love with a nerdy girl. You know what I mean? 'Tis life. L normies, I agree, dude. I fucking agree. Also, Bamsler, I'm sorry, I didn't read any subs for today. Bamsler, thank you for the 15 months. Curious, K Bullen, Zero, Hassan's tax evasion account, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you guys all for the primes and the subs. Sick, thank you for the 2 months. Also, I missed it earlier. I'm so sorry. Ivy Granite, if you're still here, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you. Mao Hangsdong, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you guys. Thank you. Just as a little reminder, I think today or tomorrow will be the last day of 35% off gift subs. So if you want to support the channel and you like talking about, you like to watch me talk about Baldur's Gate 3 or watch Chad Advice, and give good nerdy girl Chad advice, you can throw a prime. If you're just sitting on that prime, just letting it collect dust, this is a great place to use it. Stream is totally ad-free. One of the very few channels on Twitch that is totally ad-free and totally sponsor-free. So I only get to stream because of your support. So I really do appreciate all of the primes and the subs and the gift subs. And I'm sure you guys noticed we have some new emotes. And we will be getting more very soon. So if you'd like to bless anyone with some emotes, this is the best time to do it.
Sounds hot. Oh, I'm going to fuck him.
Because they're 35% off for just this little, I think it's like for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So yes, thank you. Sorry, I just saw the DNM chat emote again. Hassan's tax evasion account, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Threes Day, thank you for the prime. Ashina, thank you for the gift sub. Leoso, thank you so much for the prime. Poo Poo Sama, thank you for the 3 months. Atlantic Tuna, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. All right, let's get back into it.
Obviously, it's bad to be, but I'm curious. I'm like that too.
I do need a rat emote.
I'm not diagnosed, but I took the same test that Hassan did, and I did get like 130, so
What'd
maybe.
you get, Hassan?
130, it's crazy. Oh, Anna, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you.
127.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a roster though. I just like trains.
We're looking at 3 screens right now.
Okay, well that's
Dude, his computer setup is like, it actually drove me a little crazy. It actually drove me a little insane. I'm not going to lie. Looking at his computer setup was kind of disgusting. Sorry, I feel bad being mean, but it was causing me anxiety. It was not good. Ty, thank you for the 5 gift subs.
normal. I need to be dialed in on everything.
No, the problem is not having 3 monitors. The problem is like having 500 tabs and 6,000 windows. It was like, so why can you close some of these tabs?
But it's different. It's manifesting differently.
Yeah.
This is a different chart.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
well, as someone who has a similar rad score to you, Chatter, like I was saying, you know,
You were like, "Oh, thanks for the Labubu. I already have this one." I think the score seems accurate
okay, well, she has a higher one, so
by 3 points.
So look, all I'm gonna say is,
1%.
all I'm gonna say is very, dating is very vibes based and not as analytical as
Some
the way
people
you're approaching
don't
it.
understand that. You got to speak in their
Okay.
language. What if they're not a vibey person? Like, what does a vibe mean?
I think she has good vibes.
I think she has good vibes, but maybe she doesn't interpret the vibes from others.
I think like 83 rejections is nothing. Like I've been rejected a million times. There are so many people out there in the universe. There are, no, I'm serious. Like it literally doesn't
Mostly
matter.
on planet Earth. but
And
whatever.
the fact that you have gone through, I don't know, 82 rejections and then went for the 83rd
Sick.
implies that you have a lot of social courage, which is
And
good.
tenacity.
Yeah, and I think that's what's necessary in this dating marketplace. So, you just got to keep on trucking and
I would
find
like-
someone with similar hobbies and maybe also has a similar rad score to you.
And maybe try to find somebody with a similar number of rejections.
That's
I would
easy, I think.
politely add that I do feel like there are some discrepancies between how women go about dating and men go about dating nowadays. So if anything, maybe you should find some similar girlfriends around your age and talk to them about this stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like you could learn a lot. Either people in a similar predicament and also people who are in happy relationships. I actually think that's your best bet.
Okay. Okay.
I wish you the best luck. And
Yeah.
I would also say if anyone here is in that position, specifically nerdy girl, ask your friends for advice because there's probably lots of stuff that you're doing that's like hurting you a little bit without you knowing it. And probably everyone feels too polite to say anything because they don't want you to feel bad. Like I have known, this is one small example of this, right? But like I have known beautiful women that wear the ugliest makeup. And I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? Like what? Like you are gorgeous and you're wearing the world's ugliest makeup on your face because you've never sat down and tried to find something that would suit your face better. Republican makeup. Well, not even that, like small things like eyeliner. Let me see if I can find a good video. So like, for example, this is the best example of like the smallest things make such a big difference. Your eyeliner, right? It took me a long time to get to eyeliner that I am happy with consistently. And even sometimes once in a while, like at least once a month, I fuck it up and then I have to erase it all and then try again. But let me see if I can find like maybe this is a good example. I'm just pulling up a random video. If you have hooded eyes, stop. If you have hooded eyes, which means you have like the eyelid and like your eyebrows are lower, you can very easily just make all of your makeup look nasty because you're just applying too much everywhere. And you have to apply it differently. So like here's like one such, I hope this video does a good job explaining it.
Should not be this difficult.
Because you see when she like lifts her eyes up, when her eyelids go up, it just like looks like black smudge all over here because she applied too much eyeliner.
You're gonna need a high quality eyeliner. These are my faves.
Let me see if
Drugstore
she'll
and
show.
Instead of drawing your eyeliner upward, try at a straighter angle. For the second line, go through the hood, act like it's not even there. Now fill it in. The difference is insane. Who said hooded eyes can rock an eyeliner?
So like literally there are so many things that can make such a huge difference besides like picking a good product. Wait, I need this. I have hooded eyes. Straight up, when you are learning how to do makeup, if anyone here wants to do makeup, when you're learning how to do makeup, but this applies to everything, by the way. This applies to clothes. This applies to hair. This applies to everything. Find someone that looks like you and then do what they do. You really think dudes will care about this? People are a collection of parts, and you can't help that your monkey brain and your lizard brain respond to the collection of parts. So the answer is yes. I know it's easy to be like, I don't care if the eyeliner looks like the one on the left, but there's something about when all the features come together in the best way possible that it's like, oh, I notice this now. I do, actually. I do notice this. Some men won't. Wrong. Totally wrong. Mistaken. Incorrect. So the thing is, you might not know what the person is doing, but you can definitely look at someone and be like, I'll show you. I'll show you here so you guys can get an idea. When you go out in the street and you're talking to a random woman and a woman walks up to you and she's repping full-blown Republican makeup, you might not know why you don't like how she looks, but you know that you don't like how she looks. You're like, I don't really like that. This is someone making fun of the Republican makeup trend. You're like, I don't like that look at all. I don't like it. Laura Loomer type shit, yeah. Whereas when someone just has a nice, clean, light makeup look, you might just be more inclined to be like, oh, I like how that looks. This is like, why is this photo like 4 pixels? Stop it. Wait. Oh my God. I hate TikTok so much. Okay, random TikTok of this person doing makeup. You might see this and be like, oh, I like how this person looks. And sometimes it's like, again, it's a collection of random ass stuff that you wouldn't otherwise think. You might not be like, well, obviously if you remove the eyeliner, she'd still be pretty. Obviously if you remove the lip gloss, she'd still be pretty. But your face is comprised of a bunch of different smaller features that help bring you together, right? Onions have layers, exactly. Can you imagine opening an onion and there's nothing inside? You're like, what the? So anywho, that's what I'm saying is you might say, well, I don't notice it, but you notice when someone looks like this. Where did I put it? Did I close it? You notice when someone looks like this, and you notice when someone looks like this. And that's a collection of smaller things. You might not be able to point at it and say, oh, well, I don't like that her eyebrows are too thick, or I don't like the lip color or whatever. I don't like this. But you know what you like and you know what you don't like, right? There are things that you can do that improve what you're already working with and things that will only make it worse. As a dude, it's all makeup to me. Okay. If you think that this is just makeup to you and this is just makeup to you, okay. Whatever you say, man. I'm a guy. I can absolutely tell the difference. As a dude, completely different. Listen, man. Whatever you say, man. What was I trying to say? But then this also applies to everything. So like clothing, right? Like if you have different builds, different clothes will look better on you, right? So like I'm trying to think of a really, really easy good example. Let me see if I can find a good example. But there's a bunch of stuff like this. And all I'm saying, the only point that I'm making is that there are a lot of girly pops where I'm like, I want to help you. Because there's a lot of stuff that you're probably doing here incorrectly. And if you could improve these tiny little things, it would make a huge difference. 1 second. Let me see if I can. I'm going to press play and I want to see if I can find a video. Or like a picture. No skinny jeans on dad bods.
Really think you're lovely.
Yeah, you've been really sweet to talk to. I have empathy
Thank
for
you guys
this.
for your advice.
All right. Thank you, Chatter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Billboard if you have the money.
Oh, I like that.
It's crazy.
Are you the one? Photo of your face, Sabrina, and then are you the one?
And then it's a Google form link.
That's right.
Yeah.
A Google form QR code.
I'm a big fan of a Google form, so I can't hate on her for
6'5"
that.
multi-millionaire chat. I've been rejected a million times. First of all,
I'm
do you think
6'4".
this is yeah, I am 6'4". And do you think this is how I materialized on the planet? Like, do you think that I did not go through my own personal experiences leading up to this very moment? And secondly, even now, yes.
Thanks, Rio.
Answer is yes. You're not going to be the right person for every single person. I think it's good that people reject you and people reject me as well, which is because the alternative is worse. The alternative is that you're stuck in you're stuck in this relationship hell, I guess.
Sorry, I found it. This is one small example. Everyone in here has colors that make them look good and has colors that make them look like shit. All right? I will tell you, for example, I can't wear pink. Not all shades of pink, but like pastel, like salmon-y pinks. I can't wear them because they wash me the fuck out and they make me look like I've been sick for 3 weeks. And I know people are like, no, don't. I'm telling you. When you have like really warm skin tone and like orange undertones, when you try and wear certain, like for me, pinks, it just doesn't look good. It just like doesn't look good. This girl legit looks like she's dying. Check this out. The caption is, I never see the differences with color analysts. Or sorry, I thought she said analysts. Analysis.
I never see the difference with color analysis. All right, if you didn't see it in my last video, I promise you're gonna see it in this one. So already look at my eyes, look at my under eye bags, my blemishes on my cheek, and my lip color, and overall how I just appear to be very tired, like I just woke up, because I did. But if I put on brown, it just instantly brightens my face. It makes me look like I have foundation on and the attention is drawn away from my blemishes. My cheeks and my lips look like they have a healthy peach color, and then I look like I haven't slept. Looks like I put foundation on, concealer on. Looks like my dark circles just came out. I never see the difference with color analysis.
So like a big part of it is just how our eyes work. Like your eyes are constantly judging colors based on the colors around them. Is it weird that I can't see a difference? If you can't see a difference, don't worry about it. I'm talking to only the people that can see the difference. If you know, you know. And obviously, this is color theory. In art theory, it's called local color. So like, let me see if I can find a good picture. I think there's like a good Vsauce video about it, actually. This is a good example. This picture, this baffling picture of strawberries actually doesn't contain any red pixels. This picture has no red pixels. Great demo of color constancy. And I checked it out with the eyedropper. There's absolutely no red, only shades of blue. Because your eyes are judging the colors based on the surrounding colors. Is it this one?
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. This appears blue. This appears yellow, and this appears green. Those of us with normal color vision can probably agree, but that doesn't change the fact that color is an illusion. Color as we know it does not exist in the outside world, beyond us, like gravity or protons do. Instead, color is created inside our heads. Our brains convert a certain range of the electromagnetic spectrum into color.
Dude, finding out that purple is fake pissed me the fuck off.
I can measure the wavelength of radiation, but I can't measure or observe the experience of a color inside your mind. So, how do I know that when you and me look at a strawberry, and in my brain, this perception occurs, which I call red, that in your brain, a perception like this doesn't occur, which you have, of course, also learned to call red. We both call it red, we communicate effectively, and walk away, never knowing just how different each of our internal experiences really were. Of course, we already know that not everybody sees color in exactly the same way. One example would be color blindness. But we can diagnose and discuss these differences because people with the conditions fail to see things that most of us can. Conceivably, though, there could be ways of seeing that we use that cause colors to look differently in different people's minds without altering their performances on any tests we could come up with. Of course, if that were the case, wouldn't some people think other colors looked better than others, or that some colors were more complementary of others? Well, yeah, but doesn't that already happen? This matters because it shows how fundamentally, in terms of our perceptions, we are all alone in our minds. Let's say I met an alien from a faraway solar system who, lucky enough, could speak English, but had never and could never feel pain. I could explain to the alien that pain is sent through A delta and C fibers to the spinal cord. The alien could learn every single cell and pathway and process and chemical involved in the feeling of pain. The alien could pass a biology exam about pain and believe that pain to us generally is a bad thing. But no matter how much he learned, the alien would never actually feel pain. Philosophers call these ineffable, raw feelings qualia. And our inability to connect physical phenomenon to these raw feelings, our inability to explain and share our own internal qualia, is known as the explanatory gap. This gap is confronted when describing color to someone who has been blind their entire life. Tommy Edison has never been able to see. He has a YouTube channel where he describes what being blind is.
Dude, it makes me so mad that blind people don't see the color black. It's nothing. It made me so mad to find that out.
Like, it's an amazing channel. In one video, he talks about colors and how strange and foreign of a concept it seems to him. Sighted people try to explain, for instance, that red is hot and blue is cold. But to someone who has never seen a single color, that just seems weird. And as he explains, it has never caused him to finally see.
It depends on the blind person. Sorry, I'm talking about like there's nothing that is visible. You can be legally blind and you can see light and dark, but you can't discern objects or you can't see color at all. I'm talking like absolutely nothing. There's no vision. And it makes me mad that it's
of
not
color.
like...
Some philosophers, like Daniel Dennett, argue that qualia may be private and ineffable simply because of a failure of our own language, not because they are necessarily always going to be impossible to share. There may be an alien race that communicates in a language that causes colors to appear in your brain without your retina having to be involved at all, or without you having to have ever needed to actually see the color yourself. Perhaps even in English, he says, given millions and billions of words used in just the right way, it may be possible to adequately describe a color such that a blind person could see it for the first time.
Okay, I don't want to get too sidetracked. This is a good video. It's a good video. I like Vsauce. But anyways, the fuck is happening? Sorry, I got super distracted. Moving on. Color theory is real. Color theory is real. And the way that the easiest way to explain color theory is just that when you see these greens, they make the other greens in her face pop more, which make her look like more dead and make her look more gray. Whereas when she has the brown out, it starts to highlight all the warm tones in her face. So it hides the greens and the gray, and it elevates the like warm tones in her face, which is really cool that this is real. If you don't see it, that's fine. It's whatever. Is that not just because it's reflecting that color light? No, this is the basis of like is the dress blue or is it black? Is it blue and is it blue and black or is it white and gold? It's that the lights the colors next to these other colors in this specific lighting look this way or that way or this way or that way. But anywho, also if you don't see a difference at all, you might not be, but you might be a little colorblind. If you see no difference at all. This might be the sign to go see if you're colorblind. What was I trying to say? It was clearly blue and black. I know, right? In that same vein, there's all these tiny little things that you can do that can change how you look and change how people perceive you. And people are like a collection of parts, right? Like you can mold, cope, and seethe as much as you'd like. But this is, oh man, do I have it on hand? There was a really good Smiling Friends bit on this. This is the last thing on this tangent. But it was so good. Oh, it's probably like so deep into my likes. Fuck. Let me see if I can find it. You can pretend as much as you'd like that people don't have any bias and you will never be biased forever in your entire life and no one has ever been biased in their entire life. Or you can accept that everyone has bias because you live in a fucking society and accept it and work around it. It was this clip where like, I don't know the character, but he's showing Pim. It's Pim. Like some guy's face and he's like, what job do you think this guy has? I'm trying to see if I can find, oh man, I really want to find it. It was such a good video. If anyone knows the clip, please send it to me, please. It just like perfectly fits in this conversation. Let me see. Let me look a little bit harder. Perhaps. Yes.
Are you ready to learn the horrible secret that will change your life forever?
Yeah.
I gotta see this show I've never watched before. It's pretty good. I will say for anyone who's never watched Smiling Friends, some episodes are insane bangers. Like they're so good, start to finish. And other ones are like, meh. Some of them are, eh. The point of the episode is not, it's not so much, the reason I'm showing this is not so much it has anything to do with balding. It has almost everything to do with the fact that you can pretend and cope and seethe that there is you are not impacted by how people look, but you're coping about it. You are impacted by how other people look. Whether you try really hard. Now, there's a level, right? There are some people that are more impacted and there are some people that are less impacted, right? But you assume certain things based on how someone looks. If you see a bald chick in the wild, you might assume she just like doesn't give a fuck about what other people think because she's bald. But you don't know that. You're just making that assumption, right? You have no idea if that's correct or not. You have no idea. Sorry, or like buzz cut. Let me say buzz cut. A woman with a buzz cut outside. Anyways, my point is like you make assumptions based on how people look and you can cope and be like, no, I would never make an assumption based on how someone looks. And it's like, yes, you would, motherfucker. Yes, you would. You just are saying that because you want to believe that you wouldn't make an assumption about how someone looks. And I would say that some people are way more affected and some people are way less affected. But you live in a society, man. You do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. Let This is some social stuff. No one can argue that, quote, I'm unbiased and I'll always be, but you can definitely put your bias away because you know you have it and judge without it. That's what I mean. People can be unbiased. Not that they're not, but they can be at some point. Totally agree. Totally agree. I think like the best you can do is like try and undo bias and be aware of your bias. But it's still like it's built in. Sorry. It's free bloatware just for you. You are an Apple product. I'm sorry to tell you this. I apologize. That is to say, I think that there is a judgment of like on a very small level, on the smallest level. I think when some people will see a girl with like really fucked up eyeliner, it's like, damn, her life must be a mess. She must be going through it. She doesn't even give a shit about fixing her eyeliner before she goes outside and it looks terrible. Shit. She's got bigger problems going on. You make these assumptions based on these other things. Whereas maybe it can just be she just fucked up her eyeliner that day and she's just having a bad day that day. Or she just started learning how to do eyeliner. Or she just started learning how to do makeup for the first time in her life or something like that, right? And like what you assume doesn't matter, right? Sorry. Whether you can undo that assumption isn't as relevant because a lot of people are going to make these first judgments of you. And those first impressions are so important. It's like in the same way that like I immediately judge a dude who takes truck selfies and wears those fucking the Ray-Bans that like cut off all circulation and is wearing like a cap. And that's all the only photos they have are them in a car wearing the fucking Ray-Bans and a cap. It's like I can't not judge you. I can't. And like there's some bleed out of that particular like stereotype of that archetype of like MAGA chud. They're Oakleys, whatever the fuck. Sorry, you're right. They are Oakleys. They are. I apologize. Where like now, even if I see someone just taking pictures in their truck, I'm like, ugh. And it's like, what? You don't like that's an assumption, right? Like, what if the guy works a job and actually uses his truck and actually uses his truck bed? What if when he's going out in like to Walmart, he just takes like the sedan and he only uses the truck when he's actually going somewhere that needs materials? What if that's what if that's true? Like, I don't know. I'm making an assumption based on that image or based on like that profile picture or whatever, right? My uncle has fishing photos of him holding I always get this wrong. I'm so embarrassed. Bass. But it's not because he's a chud. It's just because he has fishing autism. Exactly. That's my point, right? That there are things that you're not aware of that you are judging people off of those things. You're judging people off of things that you're not even aware are in your brain. Like, I will tell you, I get treated so much nicer. I get treated so much better when my hair is straightened like this than when my hair is just like frizzy. When people see the frizzy hair, it's like, damn, you don't take care of yourself, bitch. I'm like, honestly, real. Whereas when my hair is like this, it's like, oh, you were willing to put in like 20 minutes to do that. Okay. It's real. It is. It's real. Unfortunately. Sorry to say it. I apologize to say it. How much of that is your perception? 0. I'm free of perception. But I mean, you can also just like ask any girl with curly hair if they get treated better or they get treated worse when their hair is straightened versus when it's frizzy. And every single one will consistently tell you they get treated better. I'm saying you go and do your own sample. Unfortunately, real. And it doesn't matter how hard you say like, oh, but I like curly hair. That's tough. If my hair is frizzy, people treat me like I'm depressed. Because there's a difference between curly hair that's taken care of and curly hair that you haven't done anything to. Like, there's a massive difference between, I think when people think curly hair, they're like, oh, but I love curly hair. I love a little messy curly hair. And they think of like, why is this image? I hate that like Google image previews are just like 4 pixels always. They see this and they're like, I love barely taken care of curly hair. That's so dope. And it's like, no, dude, you just haven't seen curly hair that has not gotten taken care of in a bit. Because it looks more like, it's even hard to find a fucking picture. You have not seen this shit, okay? This is the inevitable reality of curly hair that doesn't get taken care of. This hair, this took 3 hours to do. She had to fucking triple condition it. She had to, oh my God, I tried doing curly hair method once, just once. You have to like put all your hair in front of you and then you have to like deep condition it and you have to curl it and you have to let it air dry. Or you have to use a diffuser, which was taking forever, so I gave up. And so I let it like air dry for as long as I could, which my hair takes like a full day to air dry. And so when I let it dry, because I had moved around so much in the day, it didn't even look good. It was like, what the? I just spent like fucking 6 hours doing this and it still doesn't even look good. So when I say like my hair was fucked up, is your hair naturally curly? Yes. Not natural. No, my hair is like, if I tried really hard, I could make my natural hair look like this. But most of the time, my natural hair just looks like this, which is not good. So people judge me for it, whether I want them to judge me for it or not. They judge me for it. And it's like, I look like I got electrocuted. I look like I got fried. Whereas when my hair is straightened, no one judges me for that. It's like, oh, your hair's taken care of. Nice. 3C, I can't remember. Yeah, my hair is like somewhere between 2 and 3C. Like you tried to pull up on the Home Alone kid. Shut up. But like you have okay, this is the last time. I've been on this fucking tangent for like 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. It's just halo effect. You see one thing that looks like there's not enough care going into it. So you assume other things, right? If you see hair that looks taken care of, you assume that person has their life under control. Doesn't mean it's true. In fact, some of the baddest bitches I know, you go into their home, you go to their apartment, and it's like a mess. It's like, bitch, you live like this? Girl, you look perfectly tailored, and why do you live like this? So, yeah. Honestly, same with my beard. If I take the time to product and tie it down, I'm rugged individual, but when I let loose, I'm hobo adjacent. Honestly, beard havers in chat, you probably can recognize this for real. The difference between like an unkempt beard and like even just like some mild grooming, you probably get treated so differently. Like it's probably like night and day. Because again, you make assumptions based off of these other things because halo effect is deeply ingrained in all of our brains. And you can try and like reel it in, but it doesn't change the fact that you made that initial assumption, right? Because some of it makes sense. It's like, oh, well, if you're willing to put in like, you know, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour a week taking care of your beard, maybe you have some shit under control in your life. If you are never willing to take care of your beard, what, like, do I want to know what your like fridge looks like? Do I even want to know? You're making an assumption based off of these two things that maybe are not necessarily linked. My mother asks about my mental health when I need a haircut. Chatter said, I cleaned up my beard the other day for a TikTok and I showed it to you and you called me handsome on stream. Hell yeah. Fine, I'll go trim my beard. Sorry, I apologize. Sociologist Pierre Bourdieu goes into this. He's an interesting read. Maybe I will read into this. I let my ginger beard grow really long and then people call me Muslim racist much. Okay, that's just racism. Unfortunately, there's a lot of racism in America. Yeah, that's brutal. Sorry. Or honestly, there's a lot of racism and Islamophobia everywhere else too. So you could not even be American to have that deal with you or to have you deal with that.
Every time I wear my hair curly, like so many people come out of the woodworks, like you requested my opinion on this, didn't you? I want you to know that I prefer your hair when you wear it like this.
Someone implied that you were doing blackface because you allowed your hair to be natural.
They just don't know that I'm Moroccan and Morocco is in Africa, so that's just my natural hair. If anything, throughout my life, I've done the opposite. I've like chemically straightened my hair.
Yo, chemically straightened team, what's up?
Yeah, it's real. Sorry, I apologize. It's like the most depressing thing. Okay, moving on. So sometimes you just need, all of that is to say for this chat advice, sometimes you just need a girly pop to be like, girl, you're a great individual and you're a great person, but people are getting they're making like immediate assumptions based on certain things that are superficial, but you can't get people to stop making those superficial assessments or like judgments. They have to get to know you first. And the easiest way to let them get to know you first is to like work on this stuff and this stuff and this stuff. And a real friend will tell you, hey, you know, you have hooded eyes. Oh my God, holy, I'm having like a fucking Biden stroke. Okay. You have hooded eyes. You should do your eyeliner like this. You know, maybe you have a longer face. You should do your makeup like this. You have like this figure. You should wear like these clothes. You have this color. You should wear like these colors. This is your undertone. You should do that, right? And a real friend will do that for you. A real friend will help you out in the ways that matter. In ways that matter, not the ways that matter. So that's all I want to say. All right, we can get back to the video.
With someone who's not the right fit for you. So yeah, I think it's a healthy thing. Rejection is healthy. Okay. And it's actually really good if you can get used to being rejected. And
also, sorry, the last thing as well, this is super important. 100% it also will help you be confident in yourself. Never underestimate how much confidence you get when you're happy with how you look in the mirror. when you do your makeup really well, or you have like an outfit that really, you know, complements your frame, when you find that fit and you find that look that like just fits you and you're happy with it, oh man, you just feel like the shit. You just feel like you can do anything you want. And that mental difference is so huge. It's so huge. Was that an hour-long stunlock? Yes.
It doesn't deter you from continuing on with your pursuits.
I think it's healthy to get used to rejection in all aspects of your life.
Absolutely.
Also, career. I feel like that'll get you so far. Oh, I love the saying, rejection is just redirection. Like the thing that's meant for you will be for you.
To be honest, Grown Up Fat is the only reason he's not evil now as a man over 6 feet tall. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's the other one.
But it's also true.
The
probably.
other one to piggyback off your quote is that I always like a successful person has failed so many more times than you've ever even tried.
So true.
Which is pretty much true.
You don't really get it off the first bat. Sorry, quick question. You got any snacks?
Yeah, what do you want?
He's got
I got
Vicodin
mad
over there and some Zin.
I got mad.
Wait, you didn't let me sniff the cigarette.
Yeah, we have copious amounts of
I am
snacks.
into many kinds
It's
of
protein.
snacks. So
I have Chinese cigarettes here. Here you go.
thank you so much.
Chunghwa.
Are these different?
Here, do you want some snacks? And it's Chinese
Than
cigarettes.
regular?
What are you sniffing them for? Just the odor?
Is this? I don't think that's how a normal cigarette smells. No, that smells like tea to me.
We got
That's how a
questions.
Oh, really?
Questions, popcorn. What do you want? There's mad like protein bars and stuff too, different kinds.
I like savory, and I want one protein bar. If you have the barbell ones or whatever, I
We
love
got-
savory. Thank you.
Yeah, see, I know they.
I can
they
also
said it's
order
The
food.
peanut butter ones.
I didn't realize I
Yeah.
I ate
Wait,
before you guys
cigarettes too?
came.
Or
So-
these?
unlit ones, yeah, which is what they smell like.
Oh,
Do me a
interesting.
favor and never mention the Built Bars in public ever again.
The
Wait, what? Built bars? Why?
Yeah, those are my
Built Bar?
shits.
Oh,
You
is
can't
it
find
hard
them
to find?
anywhere. Yes.
Oh yeah. Do you want to try one of those? They're marshmallow protein bars. They're insane.
Like insanely good.
Bogey's face.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I'll look
Wait,
at
hey,
one.
can you grab a Built
Wait,
bar?
what kind of gelatin is in that marshmallow, my girl?
Oh, I don't know.
You
you don't know,
Oh
you
my
know.
God.
We don't judge here.
You just got halal check, Morgan. God damn.
Unintentional. I thought you knew.
Haram police is in the building.
Hassan, you know you've gotten like 400 subs. You
I
don't
know,
even
but I don't want to call it out
blink.
because I have guests here.
I'll call it out for you because
Okay.
I feel bad. Harvuka and then like this Prince Zulu.
Prince of Zulu.
I think has gifted literally 1 billion subscriptions.
Yeah, that's
Thank
true.
you.
Prince of Zulu, thank you for the 700 gifted subs. It is not food for you, girl.
I'm great. Thanks for the offer, though. I really appreciate you.
Someone said, be careful in dating in cons, please. Okay.
In cons?
Like conventions.
Oh, cons.
One
Ugh.
That
thing
is
you
true.
should never do is date in Hoscord. Chatters.
Are you speaking from experience?
Hell no. You think I'd ever talk to any of them?
Whoa, whoa.
Talk to them all day.
There's also an improper power imbalance there because Frogan is a mod.
That's true.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I'd rather talk to a Redditor
Are
at
you
that
sure you don't want
point.
one of these? I got 2.
I'm okay for now. You
But
never
if
know,
it
though.
looks really
as
good,
you eat it, if
I
I'm like,
got you.
oh my god, I just had like the largest burrito possible
where?
before I got
If-
here. Tacos Delta.
Nice.
I feel like I've heard of that
I like
place
it a lot.
recently.
Elise,
Never had
thank you
them.
for the 10 gifted subs.
Thank you.
Okay. All
I
right.
think the
Who's
next person. The next person is named Fur, and their pronouns are she, they.
Okay.
All right, Fur, you're on air.
Hello, Fur. Welcome to Chat Vice. What's your problem?
Hi. Well, first of all, hi Poki, hi Finneas, hi Hef.
Hello.
Hello.
Huge fan. So let's start with this. So my former is important. I'll get back to that later. Owes me over like 80 euros. You can make the conversion to freedom money if you want. It's pretty much around the same. Ever since we went to this trip to Copenhagen in August, which was really cool, we went some other friends. Thing is that he had come from another trip in some other place and he had gotten his wallet and his passport stolen before coming here. So
Like
he had
his
no way.
story. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, like he
She's
basically
flying
like
off this protein bar.
has to stop getting lost, but that's something I'll get to that later. But yeah, it's like an issue. Thing is that like he had no way of paying for anything.
I just commented, is this Greta?
Oh my god. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I'll get to that later because it's like a huge thing.
Whether or not you're Greta Thunberg is the next thing that you're gonna get
to
to.
that later.
Like, am I that clockable? I mean, like, both of us are autistic, so maybe it's just like the autistic accent. I mean, who knows? But yeah,
not
like
the other accent. It's the autism accent that we build.
Autism accent is crazy.
you never know. I mean, English in my first language, so it's just like a mix of 100,000 accents. Anyway, yeah. Thing is that like it's not the first time that he loses things. Like it's probably like around the third time he's lost his wallet since I first met him. Thing is that like ever since I met him, we used to like have like we never really did anything, but it was like kind of like I don't know. Like I had a crush on him. He just didn't acknowledge it, but it was like we were friends. Like we had lots of things in common. We used to talk a lot, but it never got anywhere because I am an absolute coward and I am terrified of rejection, just like a lot of people.
That's so cute.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I'm self-aware about it. It's just that, yeah, but we'll get to
Are you
that.
Dutch? Where are you from? What country?
I'm from Mexico.
Sorry?
I'm from Mexico. I don't live there right now, but
You have like European, like a like Danish Dutch accent.
We're in Copenhagen.
I mean, I learned English
They
in
have
Mexico.
planes in Mexico. They can travel to Europe.
Yeah, like now we're a socialist paradise, so we have everything.
I thought maybe
Nice.
she'd been
Yeah.
there for a while, is what I mean.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm.
Yeah. Viva la
Yeah,
raza.
like-
But go on.
Yeah, thing is that like I recently like got over my crush because of the thing about him owing me money, and I got pissed about it. Also, I realized and I found out from other friends that it was like unrequited, so I eventually got over it. Thing is that with this person, like I feel bad about asking for the money back. Like it's not the first time that he's owed me money, but it's the first time that he owes me this much.
How much
Things
total?
that-
How much money does he owe you total?
Right, it's 80. Like before he paid me back some of it, the highest amount he ever owed me was like over 200 euros. But
Okay.
like he started paying back piece by piece because like he felt way too bad about it. But it's been like 6 months and he still hasn't like answered to any of my texts when I ask him like how is this going. Like I'm aware that he has like financial issues. Like we're both Latinos living in Europe, so it's obviously hard. Like he has some problems with his work visas and like obviously like it's not as easy for him to pay me back as fast as I would want him to. It's just like the ghosting and the not saying anything about it. Like I'm aware that he does this a lot to other people, that he just like doesn't want to, like he basically just doesn't talk about it or like pretends that it's not happening so that people would stop asking him about it. And like it's become like an inside joke when our friend group, like we have a huge friend that we share.
Do you
So
still
it's
have
like
a crush on him?
not anymore, but it's like been really recent that I'm trying to get over it. That's where the problem comes. The thing is that I feel bad asking him for the money, but I don't know if it's just because I actually feel bad about his situation or if I'm still like not really over it and I'm just not realizing it.
If I
I'm
was
like-
you, I would take this as more of a reason to get the hell over him.
Yeah,
Not
no
on-
broke
yeah.
boys. No broke boys.
No, it's more so like I'm sure we've all maybe met someone at some point or other that is notorious for asking for money and never paying people back. That's why I really recommend people don't lend money that they aren't comfortable fully losing.
Yep.
Because
Okay. I'm going to say, I think it's a lot less about the money and a lot more about the avoidance. Let me say, I have like a very close to 0% tolerance for people who are conflict avoidant. Cuz again, I think it's a lot less about the actual money, it's way more about the principle. It's like if I know that I owe someone money or I owe someone something, I do my best to go out of my way to talk to that person and to tell them. Or to try and make it up to them, or I like without, and I try not to make empty promises. So I will sometimes sit on things and I'll be like, okay. And then I'll like either plan a gift or I'll plan something else or whatever. Because I think that that's, actions speak louder than words or whatever, right? Like I did miss a friend's birthday. They missed mine after I missed theirs, but I think it made them feel really bad. So I'm like planning a whole shebang for Christmas to try and make it up. But I don't want to make empty promises. So I want to go out of my way to go do that without making, like, because apologizing is cheap, right? Going out of your way to try and fix or remedy something is more meaningful. And I think when someone doesn't care at all about doing any of that, it's like you should know that that relationship is going to be built on a one-sided affection, right? Like, and I have like a very close to zero tolerance policy on like complete conflict avoidance. Like, I get it. People are going to fuck up. I fuck up all the time. Everybody's going to fuck up. Except chat. Chat is perfect. But everybody's going to fuck up at some point in their life, right? If you approach someone and you tell them, hey, this is kind of important to me, and they literally refuse to listen, or they're like, it's not a big deal or whatever, or like they literally are not responding, like that is an immediate like cutoff for me. Because the way that I see it is like, I never give money to people that I'm not. Anytime I lend money or loan money to people, I don't expect to get it back. I don't loan money that I need. If I need the money, I'm just going to tell them, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Unless it's like a really, really close friend of mine and I know that they can repay me. Otherwise, if it's someone that I don't really know that well, I only loan what I'm willing to lose. And I think it's good policy in general to only loan what you can lose. It's the same way with gambling, right? Like if you're going to go to Vegas, there's nothing wrong with going to Vegas and gambling, but don't put in money don't put in money thinking it's an investment. You put in money expecting to lose all of it. That way you don't feel that bad if you do lose all of it, because the casino is literally made to get your money. So you should never lend money that you expect to get back. Unless, again, it's from someone that you trust and someone you know will. They will get it back to you because you've already experienced this 100 times before. And also, it's a great way to, like, there's this friend of mine who had, like, they had, like, $100 sitting on their table. I was like, dude, your money is just, like, hanging out outside. And he was like, oh, well, I don't care because $100 is a really cheap way to find out who I shouldn't be friends with. $100 to find out that someone is a thief, that's cheap. That I can find that problem out as cheap as that is, that's a bar, right? And then I don't have to find this problem out later. That's great. And it's like, oh, I guess I didn't really think about it that way. Yeah, that ain't cheap. I mean, for that person in particular, that was cheap, right? I go with 20. I mean, you can do a 20, you can do a 50, whatever. It's a great way to like, and you can do like a, not necessarily like smaller version of this, but like, for example, if you cover for dinner, but that other person never offers to cover for dinner again, it's like, okay, got it. You're this person, I'm this person. I'll take that into account, right? That's weird though, because what if it gets lost? I mean, meh. If it gets lost, you're just going to eventually find it again, right? 100 is meh to you? That's not what I said. I was describing a story from a friend. That's not what I said. That's not even close to what I said. I don't know. Sometimes I swear to God, it's just pancake waffle when you stream. Sometimes it's just pancake waffle, dude. Anyways, moving on. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't handle conflict avoidant people. If I bring something up to someone and they refuse, and I've had this happen where I've brought up, because I'm a very, what's the opposite of like averse or like avoidant? I will come to you if I have a problem with something that you've done or whatever. And I'm never going to assume that like there's any malicious intent, unless there obviously had to be malicious intent. I will be confrontational if there's something on my mind. And I'll be like, hey, I don't like that you did this. I don't think that you had any malice when you did it. This is something that like impacted me in X, Y, and Z way. And it's something that like I'm not okay with. And I just want to like talk to you about it. And I want you to tell me what, where you were at, if you had thought about it, if it was not even something that crossed your mind, if there was a mistake, if I'm wrong in some way, please tell me, because I can't just like sit on this. Like if I just sit on this and simmer on it, it's just going to piss me off really badly. Like I would rather just deal with it right now. And there are people I've met in my life who I've done this with, and they literally just ghost me. They literally stop talking forever. And it's like, oh, got it. Okay. Got it. And I have other people who like, they just don't want to reply, and they'll reply if they feel like they absolutely have to in the least effective way. And I'm like, okay, you're this type of person. Got it. Because there isn't really a wrong answer. I mean, sometimes there can be wrong answers. But if like you're a good, genuine person, it's hard to have a wrong answer, right? If you don't have any malicious intent, it's going to be impossible to have a wrong answer, right? So I will say, if you tell someone, hey, like I kind of need this money, could you, pay me back like the $100 or like the $200 or whatever. And like, depending on where you are in life, $100, $200 can be a lot. And this person is just like not talking to you. Just like, don't. That's not someone I can ever be friends with. That's literally not someone I can ever be friends with. I should be able to bring to you problems and you should be able to address them. And if you can't do that, I don't think that works for me. It's just not good.
Some people just have financial issues and cannot confront it. It's deeper than just you, so I don't want you to take it personal either. You just realize I'm gonna get anything from him.
How hot is this guy?
I mean, like, honestly, pretty hot. That was part of the issues. Like, I mean, it's not something that's going to like keep me in there forever. Like, I'm bi, so like I'm usually more like lead it towards women. Like it's the one guy that I have had a crush on in a long time, which is probably a huge red flag. Like I was mostly like going out with women before, so like I'm probably like just going to very low fruit probably. But it was like, I don't know, like we were used to be really close. We had a lot of like university activities together, so it was hard to avoid each other. So maybe that's part of it. But like I am starting to get over it. My issue is, how do I get over the feeling bad about keeping him, like keep asking for the money back? Because like I don't want to feel like a landlord that's just like harassing him for the money, but also like it's my money.
Do you really need the money back? Like, being serious, like, is that like money you really need?
That's the thing. Like I don't really need it.
All
like
right.
Oh,
then I mean, like, again, like
you want to keep the conversation going with this guy. That's why you want to have this guy in the
No, there can be a middle ground. It's not like a sliding on-off, or sorry, it's not an on-off scale. It can be a sliding scale where like you don't desperately need $200, but $200 would make a big difference. It'd make the difference between being able to get like you know, a nice gift for your mom this Christmas or not. It's not a I need it or I don't need it. She probably wants the money back, because I don't know if you guys have ever lost money that it was okay that you lost it. Like it wasn't going to impact your ability to eat food, but it did mean that you like didn't get to get something you wanted. It feels fucking bad. It feels fucking bad. I've had it happen to me where I've like paid for dinner because I'm like, oh, well, these people will, you know, they'll Venmo me. And then no one Venmos me. And I'm like, well, that feels really bad. That feels really, really bad. Okay. It's like, I don't need the money, but it's like, I don't want to see hundreds of dollars just like gone. Like that doesn't feel good. Like I'm not drowning in wealth. That it's like, it literally doesn't feel like anything. Right?
Back of your mind at all times. And I feel like the money is the way to do it for yourself.
I mean, kind of, but also like, I mean, yeah.
To me, I'm sorry that this person owes you money. Never a good feeling to be owed money. And yeah, I think to me if I'm putting on my legal, you know, advice,
blocked again. Thank you,
Jason. Hat, I'd be like, congrats. It's not $1,000 or $20,000. Like you got off relatively unscathed, considering that you've just told me.
Now, was it I got you, or was it understood they would pay you back? Well, it was my mistake. I've learned my mistake. I was hanging out with like 3 new people that I hadn't hung out with before, and I was like, I hate doing like the dance where it's like you force this fucking server to split it between like 17 cards, and then everyone sits there awkwardly, you know, being like, yeah, I guess like we can. So I was like, I'll just pay it, and then I'll send like the receipt in the group chat. And then I sent the receipt in the group chat, and like one person Venmo'd me and then no one else did. And I was like, okay, got it. When I hang out with any of you, I won't put my card down. Got it. I'll say that I'll Venmo you. Okay. Got it. Understood. Except for that one dude. Exactly. It's like Chatter says, just happened to me with a hockey game I spent $300 on tickets for, still waiting. And it's like, maybe you have the 300 and it's not life or death for you. It's not like I won't be able to pay my utilities, but it's like, maybe that's the difference between getting a nicer gift for, again, like your mom for Christmas or something. You know what I mean? So it can be like money that's worthwhile, or like maybe you really wanted to buy like a tablet or something recently, and now you don't have to, or now you can't because it doesn't seem financially prudent to do so. Or maybe, you know, whatever it is. It's also just disrespectful. Oh, I mean, for sure. It's also about the principle. Yeah. So like there's a sliding scale here, I think.
You don't really need that money back in the scheme of your life. Yeah. So you've learned your lesson, which is sad. It's sad to.
It's also like a bitter pill to swallow when the money does sort of mean something to you. When it's not life-changing, but it sort of means something to you. Because it's like, man, you really care so little about this friendship that you would take $200 to end this friendship. Damn, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Okay.
Learn your lesson that this person that you find attractive and, you know, maybe like their personality is like not a reliable person. Always sad to learn shit like that. But when you said 200, I was like, oh my God, she's in it for $200,000. So I'm happy to know that it's only €200.
Well, at least we kind of got
I know
to
that's
the
340 American dollars, but
I'm glad we kind of got to the root cause, which I think is you kind of holding on to this crush and not getting over the crush via him not paying you back, or that being like a line of connection between the two of you.
But it just feels bad. Oh, it just feels bad.
It was you. I know it's hard to just like get over emotional things on your own.
200K, I'm hunting them down myself. 200K, and you're gonna find a fucking. I am John Wick. Okay. Okay.
I love is a well-written closure text. Even if someone's not giving you closure, give it to yourself. I would literally write a big old text, be like, I thought you're pretty cool. Kind of sucks that you're ghosting the fact that you owe me money. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, don't be mean. But just write it in a way that makes you feel like you are emotionally processing the situation, telling them what you want to tell them, again, without being mean. And then I think just literally hitting send on that feels amazing, at least.
This is the shit that's like brutal. A buddy of mine had a friendship end over $40 in lease breaking fees after the other dude moved out to be with his girlfriend. That one stung. Well, yeah, because it's like such a fuck you. It's like, damn, our friendship means so little. Our friendship was worth $40 to you? Holy shit. It wasn't to me. What the fuck? Oh my God. Because it would be one thing if the guy was like, you know, I don't have the 200 right now. I'm really sorry. I will pay you back. Could you give me like a few more months? I just have a lot of expenses. Can I pay you back like $10 a week until I finish paying you back? I'm really sorry. Like, I just didn't expect to deal with this. But if it's okay with you and you don't desperately need it, I can just Venmo you $10 a week until I'm clear. Sorry to treat you like a bank and I'm like paying you, you know, interest payments, or not interest payment. Like I have a payment plan with you as if you're the IRS, but this is the only way I can reasonably afford it. It's like, if you're just communicating that it's like or even just saying like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like I can't pay you back right now. Could you give me a little more time? Like even that is like still better than just like not replying at all. It's like, damn.
To me, whether they respond or not, you're like, okay, well, I know where I'm headed and they know too.
I think the real problem here isn't the money at all. I think you are having a hard time cutting ties with this person because you still have a crush on them. And in your mind, holding on to the 80 euros or however much remains from the overall debt is your way of staying
Klarna financing good friendship.
Connected with this person.
Yes, but then what does she do about it?
Yeah, no, I think you should just ghost the person, delete the number, forget about it, start dating some tall, blonde Copenhagen guys.
Or girls.
Honestly.
They're tall. Both genders are tall over there.
I mean, like the issue here is that like I probably would love to like cut every single kind of tie we have. Thing is that because we are still like involved, I mean, we both do like university debating, but we are like more in the managing kind of part of it, and we are basically unable to fully avoid each other unless we actually quit. This is like quitting a sport. So I probably will like get around to like just send a strongly worded message to vent it, but
send a strongly worded message every time you see this person in person, because it sounds like you can't avoid them. Do one of these gestures. Give me back my 200 euro.
Give me my fucking money.
Every time.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they will start to avoid you.
Yeah, or just like,
which is their
just
fault.
like
Exactly.
hit him with the cold shoulder when you see them. And also,
Dude, the cold shoulder is crazy work, by the way. I am a big believer of you confront someone and you try to be as emotionally mature as possible, and you try to like clear your mind and go into the conversation as free of emotion as possible. Meditate and I've done this. I will meditate before a conversation that I know will be emotionally difficult for me. And so you just like you go in, you just speak your mind without placing any blame. You say what you want. You deal with it as maturely as possible. And if they are not capable of reciprocating, you're getting the cold shoulder. I did my job, okay? I think going straight to cold shoulder is fucked. It's fucked. It's a little cruel. You have to have done something really fucked up for the immediate cold shoulder. But at that point, if I've communicated as much as I can, and I've made exclusively I statements, like, I feel really hurt by this. I don't feel valued. This is just how I feel about these actions. Please tell me where you are at. I would like to know where you are at. And they're giving nothing. It's like, okay, if you're not going to reciprocate this level of attention and desire, all right, you talk to me and I'm like, hey, I'm just really busy right now. Could you, I can't really focus on this conversation. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. That relationship ended the second you decided it wasn't worth like 5 seconds of your genuine effort. You don't want to put in effort? Okay, we can play this. We can play the game that you want. If you want to be a child and play games, we can play as many games as you want. Want me to fucking whip out the Hungry Hippos, bitch? Like, that's cool, man. We're playing your game. I'll match your energy. That's not a problem for me.
So next time you see them, have a bunch of studs with you and just be like, you know.
You could also wear clothing with money on it. That would be kind of cool.
Okay,
shirts covered in
Pay me my money.
Yeah, euros or pay me. Shirts that say pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Pay me my money, bitch. That's really funny. Yeah. Oh, God. That's really good. That is a great idea. I wanted to read just this one chat message also. I had lent my cousin $6,000. He really needed it. I haven't received a penny. Don't really need the money back, but I'm planning a trip to Japan and I could have spent it on that instead. Yeah, it's like there's a spectrum, right? That like it's not just you are Jeff Bezos or you are on the brink of homelessness. There's stuff in the middle there where it's like you can lend someone a lot of money and they could have needed it, but because you're not going to get it back, it's like, oh man, I really was looking forward to this. I spent like the last whatever amount of time planning this. I could have really used this now. 6K is a crazy amount of money. Maybe I'm just a brokey brain. 6K feels like a lot. 6K is kind of insane. Rich chatter not subbed. Okay. Shut up. Why is chat so much funnier than me? All right. Okay. All right. I don't want to. I want to make sure we don't accidentally spend the whole stream on chat advice. I was just having fun, so that's why I was, watching it. I don't know how many of you guys have already seen. Actually, can I get like some polls here? Ones if you watched all of this already. 1.5 if you saw some of it. 2s if you didn't see any of it. Oh, okay. So some of it's like some of you in here are like getting some of it. All right, okay. It's a new experience for some people in here. Okay. Cool. Yay.